Hi, my name is Stephen Magee, and I'm the author of Hypoxia, Mental Illness, and Chronic Fatigue. And we're here to talk about the super toxic Salem Police Department. So this is a Salem Police Department report that I've obtained. I had an encounter with a very unexpected encounter with the Salem Police Department. These reports cost about $23 to obtain from them. As I was preparing to leave, I observed Stephen Magee. Again, it's the wrong Stephen Magee, that's not me. I'm Magee, I'm not MCGEE. Walking through the park. So what was going on here was I had placed a call to the police after he didn't show up to my 911 call. I told them I was leaving. I told them I was going home. I was done with being messed around by the police. So I was on my way home. I was walking through the park. It was a very isolated part of the park in the middle of a field. And he cruises up behind me very, very quietly. I wasn't even aware he was there until he came past me. And I'm like mystified, like, I told them 911 people I was leaving because they hadn't shown up. So like, why is this police officer suddenly decided to show up in a very isolated part of the park in the middle of a field? And if you watch the video that I'm going to show you, you'll see his car is sitting in the middle of a grassy field and there's no witnesses. So he has decided to make contact with me in a very remote, isolated part of the park that is free of witnesses. And that's a very serious dynamic to be alone with a police officer in. So he's not doing his job, and now he's decided he's going to stop me in a remote area of the park. And I'm like wondering, like, what's going on? So I pull my video camera and I start recording him. So if you're ever in that situation, in fact, any situation with the police, you should be recording them. It doesn't matter how benign the situation is, because they're a pack of liars. They're known to assault people and they're known to kill people. And then they just deny that they did anything wrong, and they generally get away with it. So it's a very, very serious dynamic to end up in with the police. You want to avoid being alone with an armed police officer. You do not want to be in that situation. So I find myself in this very, very serious lone situation. I'm on my own. The police officer's on his own. I'm standing in the middle of a field with no witnesses to witness what's going on with us. So it was a very scary dynamic. I drove into the park and made contact with him north of the carousel in the grassy field. So yes, we were in the grassy field. Stephen Magee, again, that's not me. My name is not spelled like that. I don't know who this guy is, but we do find out later in the report who he's talking about. And it's not me. Upon contact, immediately grabbed his camera and started to record. Yes, I felt very threatened by his presence at that point because he hadn't shown up to my 911 calls. And now he's got me in the middle of a field on my own with no witnesses. And that's a very scary situation. I asked Stephen Magee, that's not me. That's not how you spell my name. It's a completely different person, and we will see that later. How I could help him. Stephen Magee, that's not me. A completely different person. Told me he wanted to file a police report about harassment and to file a complaint against the deputy who was in the park and did nothing. Okay, so I'm going to show you the video of that. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. My complaint is actually about these people, the groundskeepers of the park. They're in various locations. When I walked into the park, they started harassing me. I was just minding my own business. And I need to file a police report about it. So they're in force today for some reason in the park, and they engaged in all kinds of weird harassment behaviors with me. So I'd like to report that, and I need a case number. I also need to file a police complaint against the sheriff who was in attendance and did nothing. that one. I don't believe he knows I'm a police corruption researcher. So that's the other funny thing going on with this police report. If you have an encounter with the Salem Police Department, I wish you the very best of luck, because you are totally going to need it. You're going to find yourself in a very, very toxic situation at times with this particular police department. I just feel so sorry for you if you come into contact with them. Please like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and I wish you the very best of health. Thank you.